You point out the ball winning. I will give you that. Weston McKennie is an elite ball winner. There's something about him defensively one-on-one that I think is very, very good. In this game, I don't know which game you were watching, I don't think he got on the ball a whole lot. He had 41 touches.
Typical Weston McKennie fashion.
41 touches in this game. Let me compare that. Edson Alvarez, in his game, 91 touches. 41 touches to 91 touches. The reality about Weston McKennie in this game is that his biggest contribution to the Juventus attack is the long throw-in. That's how he's most helping the attack before he comes off.
Are you telling me you're going to compare Edson Alvarez in a game where they won, what was the score?
I'm going to compare 91 touches to 41 touches. Yeah,
in a
all
1-1
day,
tie
every day.
to a, what was it? 5-0?
You know what they say about Seb?
Oh, there he is.
When he's wrong, he's wrong. So that was the October 25th, 2021 edition of Futbol Americas. And ever since, Weston McKennie has been in fuego, Herc.
Okay. Are you going to apologize? Because you wanted him off the national team. You wanted him off the team. I don't know how many pundits I came across that were like, throw this man out. He disrespected the team. Et cetera, et cetera. He did it in Italy. Okay. Jokes aside.
Different conversation.
Jokes aside. How good has my man been?
Unbelievable. Can I just say one thing in my defense?
Yes.
One thing in my defense. I went back and looked at some of the ratings from the Inter-Juve game that we were talking about on October 25th. McKennie was rating right around a 5 for everybody. So it wasn't his best game. Now, if you look at the Gazzetta dello Sport ratings for the Inter-Juve Italian Super Cup,
best rated one,
where he just scored the goal in a 2-1 defeat against Inter Milan, he was 7, which was Juventus's best player. So it really has been a remarkable turnaround.
It has been, and it's a testament to him, to the player, and that's what it is. I mean, any other player could have crumbled, could have said, I'll let my national team down, this isn't a good moment for me, and hid. He didn't. Immediately since, whether it's club or country, he's represented. He's come up big with goals, with contagious play, with his two-way play. At this moment, I've got no issue in saying he's probably the best two-way player in all of CONCACAF.
Wow.
It's that good of a player. What Hector Herrera was in his prime, he's more than that right now because he's proven it at a higher level. And with his national team, and I've said it many times, he's more important to me today than Christian Pulisic. He's been that good this year, or this past year, I should say. Weston McKennie, by all means, since that, bad event, that unfortunate event with the national team has been lights out.
Let's talk about it from a Juventus perspective, though, because you remember when he made the move from Schalke, everyone was like, what? Juventus? Like, is this young player really ready for this big level? Slowly but surely, he's become, a part of the team, a part of the rotation. Now, I mean, they've played, 3 games in 6 days, and he has started all 3 of those games. Do you consider Weston McKennie now an immovable piece for a club like Juventus?
I do. I don't know if that says more about Weston McKennie's play or more about Juventus' current state, but he is an immovable player. You look at Rabiot, you look at Betancourt, Locatelli, maybe the only one that I would say you're not moving. But in general, you're not going to move Weston. Those other guys aren't going to move him. Weston's been so important. Maxi Allegri today isn't just getting rid of Weston McKennie. There were reports of him wanting Weston McKennie out or maybe leaving or maybe selling him. That's getting a lot more difficult. There have already been bids for Weston McKennie. It's going to take a lot more than what they're bidding. $25 million was the last one, I think, something like that. Weston McKennie's been very, very good. And there's a reason Conte has likened him to Arturo Vidal. Yes, that Arturo Vidal, that two-way player. Yes, that Arturo Vidal that was contagious. That was defensively a lot of bite that got on the end of things because he's been that good. So I don't think anybody's moving him.
Yeah. Immovable piece might be strong. He started 12 of 21 league games, right? So it's not like he's starting literally every time out for Juventus. To the point you mentioned about potential transfers, though, can I just read you a list of Premier League teams that have been linked to this guy?
You love the Premier League.
Spurs, Everton, Leeds, Wolves, Newcastle, Southampton, West Ham as a replacement potentially for Declan Rice. And, as I've said before on this show, Weston McKennie himself has said that it's his dream to be in the Premier League. Mark my words, Herc. I believe sooner rather than later, Weston McKennie will be in the Premier League. I don't think he's a long-term piece at Juventus, but more because of the money. Because what you say, there's a market for him. And Juve needs money. Not just that there's a market for him, but specifically, we know Italian soccer has suffered over the pandemic. We know big clubs like Juventus has especially suffered. So I think there's a move for him to the Premier League, and probably not that far off.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN Plus.